Hello everyone, welcome once again to the Tennessee State Disc Golf Championships presented by Discraft. Big shout out to Discraft for being the presenting sponsor of not only this event but this coverage. Also a big thank you to Flight Factory. We're back here in Morristown, Tennessee, but comrade, we're at the Rotary Disc Golf Club for this final round.
Yes, we are playing the Rotary OG layout, which had some very scoreable pin locations. You may see other locations in the background, but we are going to all of the yellow baskets. Let's check out who we have for the lead card for this final round. We have William Hannu, one of the Hannu brothers out here, at the top right now, sitting at 22 under. We've seen him all 3 rounds. Chris Dickerson trying to defend that crown at 21 under. We also have Sam Lee coming from Kentucky at 20 under, trying to make a run here. And our man, Jake Monn, out of South Carolina at 20 under.
Great to see Jake back on coverage.
Welcome to hole 1 at Rotary Park. This is a par 3, 435 feet. We would like to thank Flight Factory Disc for sponsoring the drone previews for this event. Visit flightfactory.com to get your hands on some incredible disc golf gear and accessories. For this hole, you pretty much just want to throw a hyzer. Just don't be early, or you're going to be adding a stroke to your card.
120 for the first 2 rounds from Taylor's, South Carolina, William Hannu.
What JBird didn't mention in the drone commentary is this pole that's right off of the tee box. Very easy to miss, but you can't ignore the fact that it's there.
Yeah, we've got William Hannu, and I don't remember, he had mentioned the other Hannu that's playing. I don't know if they were exactly brothers or cousins.
Oh.
Because I had heard both ways. So.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard brothers, but
Chris Dickerson back on lead card. Not quite the same crisp Chris Dickerson that we normally see, but still just 1 stroke off the lead heading into this final round. Pushing out the hyzer a little wide.
It looks like it's going to go a little deep, but still very scoreable from where he is.
Kentucky, Sam Lee.
New to our coverage, Sam Lee, the lefty here, has a forehand, has a backhand. Nice compact delivery. You're going to be in for a treat as this guy is fearless and goes for a lot of shots.
Ooh.
Little low release there out of the hand. Looks like something was bothering him on the hand.
Yeah.
South Carolina, Jake Monn.
Jake Monn was on our coverage early on as a next-gen finalist in Augusta. Was in a final 9 there. And he's grown up and gotten a lot taller since then.
Puts out nice and wide. It was coming back nicely. It fell a little bit, but I think that will do.
Yeah, that is well within Jake's range. Same with another forehand here.
Ooh, slow down. Okay.
Checks up nicely, throwing a nice, I think, an 8-3 it looked like.
There's a little creek over there to the left.
Chris with a long look to start his round.
And he gets the birdie. All right.
Getting it going early on, just outside the circle stepper for Chris to get the birdie going here. Putting him at least in a temporary tie for first.
You should tell him he doesn't have to pad those circle 2 stats. You can just put it next to the basket next time.
You can. William getting the birdie as well to once again take the lead.
Sam putting his in to save his par.
And Jake has this left for his birdie look. Smooth and forceful right into the center of the chains. Getting some love from some of the other players a couple holes ahead. So 3 birdies and 1 par to start the final round.
Hole 2 is a par 3, 240 feet. You want to have a very overstable disc, and you want to make a quick hyzer around this tree that we just went past. Looking for a skip somewhere in this area just to get you up near the basket for a putt. Most putts around here end up around circle's edge.
This is an example of that very scoreable hole playing to the OG location. You just have to execute. And who doesn't have an overstable backhand in their bag?
That one gets caught up on the hillside there, so didn't quite get the skip that William was looking for to finish.
He'll still have a look, but you do want to get a skip off the hill.
Chris playing a little bit lower on the hillside and getting much more flare back towards the pin there, and that is beautiful.
Yep.
Don't need the overstable disc, you just
Okay.
throw the understable flippy forehand roller.
And that works too. All right.
Getting creative there, Jake Monn, liking it. Lefty forehand flick here
Is
for
it down
Sam.
enough to get the flare?
Gets
It comes down a little bit.
Yeah, just gets caught up on that last mini tree stump there, but he's still inside the circle. William with the longest look, he's first to act.
Ooh,
A little
close.
long and hangs on. There's a ditch that drops down there by those roots.
Oh,
Sand.
just a little short. Right off the top of the cage.
Jake looking to start 2 for 2 here with this putt.
Oh,
Low as well.
yeah.
Some awkward footing here on this straddle putt for William.
He's able to save his par putting it in.
Good job maintaining focus there and not letting that affect him. But that par means that Chris is 1 putt away here from, again, tying this matchup. And does just that. 2 for 2 start for Chris. And 3 pars is a little surprising on this hole, to be honest, but it's not a gimme 240. You still got to execute the shot.
Hole 3 is a par 3, 370 feet. You're looking to make it out of this low ceiling gap with a slightly turning disc to your right side. You're going to want that disc just to float as far as it can as to the right side as possible. That's going to give you a great opportunity to get your 2 here.
There's some out of bounds there. Behind the basket, you saw that parking lot, which can come into play if your disc gets a little away from you here. I'm guessing we're going to see 4 forehands off of this tee box here from these guys.
Oh, no, backhand is a play.
Whoa! Ace is almost a play there for Chris Dickerson as he buzzes right by the tower. Forehand number 2 on the way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's acing as well, no? Okay. Puts it maybe 20 feet from the right.
Yep.
Beautiful touch there. Jake looks like he's lining up a forehand as well. It's got that Paul Macbeth-esque wind-up on his forehand.
And that is another great shot, even closer than the rest.
He's got CTP so far. Oh, we're not going to see a forehand from the lefty.
Bam! I knew it was coming.
See, that's not what you meant by the backhand being a viable option.
What are you talking about? It is. He's doing the backhand.
It's a righty. It's a righty forehand. We'll call it that.
So he's still inside the circle, just out on the edge a little bit.
Take a look at our gallery here on this final day. It was a beautiful day to be out here. Sunny, not too warm.
Chris first to act, taking on the birdie.
3 for 3 for Chris. All 3 rounds he started at least 3 for 3.
If not 4 for 3. This is the first round that he's 3 for 3, not 4 for 3.
Beautiful putt there for Sam Lee to get the birdie as well. Hole 3 actually averaged a lower score than hole 2, the previous hole, even though it's 100 feet, more than 100 feet further.
Mm-hmm.
This was a half a stroke under par, where hole 2 played less than a quarter stroke under par.
Got another birdie there. So yeah, definitely not all about the distance when it comes to the difficulty of the hole. As our card puts up the star frame here showing that this hole, who the boss is.
Absolutely.
Tony Danza out there.
Tony Danza is the boss. That is correct.
Hole 4 is a par 4, 500 feet. Once again, we'd like to thank Flight Factory for these drone previews. You want to make it through the gauntlet of trees out here somewhere into the open. Usually around this area is a great spot to be in, but you're looking at another sidearm just to get yourself down here around all of these trees and hopefully get you an opportunity at a putt at 3.
Yeah, this is like pick your poison how you want to get out. Just about everything will work.
Chris looks like he's lining up a forehand roller.
Yeah.
Just has to get it out into the opening and onto the grass. Which he's done. Not quite standing up though.
Oh, it's not standing up. It's rolling all the way. Is it standing up now? Nope, still not standing up. Just going all the way over to the right side.
Oh,
and that's going to be a precarious footing over there with low ceiling. Not ideal for having such a wide field to actually stop in.
This is more traditional play here as this one gets pushed out nice and far out into the opening.
Just misses that one bush that's out there. Well, one tree. It's not really a bush.
Jake with a more flex forehand approach.
And he is behind that tree. So that's going to give him some difficulty seeing the pin. He'll still be able to work shots to get to the green.
Sam lining up a reverb here on a backhand.
There you go.
Sets up nicely for a lefty backhand.
Yeah.
And that is way out there.
That's the catch cam. I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that.
Jake trying to flex an overstable forehand back out to the left, hoping for some finish, but not quite as stable as he thinks.
As you thought it was either?
Either.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was going to be more stable.
So William going with the forehand, just trying to get something low enough to penetrate under the canopy and still make it to the pin. And
we did mention that.
Oh, wow.
That ditch back there, there's a big drop off behind the pin and a catch-all ditch. That fence back there, if you go over it, is out of bounds.
Oh, but the ditch is not.
The ditch is not. As we can see, Chris somewhere in there with another roller number 2 on the way.
Okay.
And it keeps finishing back inside the tree line here.
Yeah.
And he may have another obstructed look here at the pin. It's like a distortion here for Sam after a really good drive.
Trying to flow something in.
Stick.
Ooh.
Oh, and there it goes.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to get something to check up on the flat.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like if it sees any part of that back heel, it's just going to the ditch.
Chris here looks like he's got some kind of opening.
He had a good bit at it, just a little short.
Settles on top though, so he doesn't have to worry about the comeback putt. Jake, see if he's giving this a bid or if he's laying it up.
It looks like a bid.
It's a full bid.
Oh,
That's gone.
yeah.
You can see the spotter down there looking at it. So we've got 3 down in that catch-all. Sam will be first coming up back up this hill.
Right line, just a little low.
William.
Just a little low as well. Yeah, I don't think putting out of a ditch is anything that you practice routinely. So
Yeah. Nice
well,
putt there.
well, maybe Jake does.
Maybe he does. Now he's got to climb this hill to get back up there. But a great putt on the comeback there. Saving his par.
William saving his par from the ditch as well.
It's looking like we're going to have all pars on this hole.
And there we have it, all pars.
Still lock jam up top at 24 under for Chris and William.
It was important for me to partner with a retailer that could help with growing my brand and making my products available all over the country and across the world. Flight Factory has helped me accomplish that. Check out all of my gear and thousands of other discs at Flight Factory.
Hole 5, par 3, 335 feet. You've got several options here. You can do the big anhyzer up the hill. Hopefully it just stays on anhyzer the whole way, trying to sneak through these trees on your right side. You also have the backhand roller or the sidearm, but anything that's going to get you up near these trees or actually in that gauntlet. But being early here is not your friend. That could cause serious trouble.
Another very scoreable hole on paper and in practice. You just have to execute. Chris going with the roller here, backhand roller. And that is moving over rather well. And he's going to have that little back look at it.
Nicely done. That vortex. Once again, Chris has rolled that on multiple holes throughout this tournament. It's worked out almost every time.
Makes me want to get one and try it out.
Hey.
William going with a forehand uphill. Is he going to make it inside the tree line as well? He
Right by
does.
Chris. We've got a putt off coming.
Jake representing down south disc.
Little wider forehand there with some angle. Just a little bit shy of the opening there.
He'll have a window to go in to putt for his birdie.
Sam going with the high hyzer. That looks early.
That does look early, and it is.
That is tough in there. I know from experience. Not many options when you get inside that right tree line.
Unless you're a lefty, then
Being
you
a
got
lefty helps, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got a little inside window to try to sneak something through.
Oh.
No. And gets rejected and bunted back outside the tree line.
Mm-hmm.
So William here trying to put a little pressure back onto Dickerson here with this putt. And does just that. Beautiful
Nice bird.
putt. Outside the circle,
Through
low
the foliage
ceiling.
and all.
Again, a big thank you to Doggone Good Disc Golf for sponsoring the runbacks. Use the code ACERUN12 at doggonegoodisc.com. Great putt there for William.
Jake having a look, go through some trees.
Hey,
and he
wow.
gets the bird.
Beautifully done there.
Glad that basket showed up to work. Some other baskets would have let that slip out.
Mm-hmm. Chris here to match William and stay in a tie.
Oh, off the high right, out the right side.
Basket took a coffee break there during Chris's putt. Stepper.
Ooh.
Getting the stop, though, from that back tree.
Yep, had a little tickle, so it was a little to the right.
So, bogey and a par there. Seeing a little bit of everything on this particular hole. William now moving back out to a 1-stroke lead above Chris Dickerson.
I mean, it's literally the most popular disc of all time in the history of the sport. At its core, it's one of the most important tools a player has in their bag, a dependable, straight-flying mid-range. But the legacy of the Buzz goes a lot deeper than just that.
Hole 6 is a par 3, 310 feet. You're looking for a low penetrating drive. Look out on this right side, there is OB. It has happened where discs have made it through that fence somehow. But anything low here that gets you past this point and skipping towards the basket gives you a great opportunity to have a 2.
Ideally, you want to be skipping towards the basket and not past it, because that downhill will let them leak off. We can go on a forehand route here. And that stays up high. I would have expected to come down just a little bit, but it looks like he's just at the circle's edge.
Probably just outside. Want to avoid that out of bounds fence you're talking about on the preview there, and Jake is kind of headed right towards it.
Is he going to miss it at all?
Okay.
What?
Gets a kick off of the pole and off of the fence lining and back towards the pin.
Okay.
Chris lining up a forehand. Going with that flexing forehand.
Oh.
Hits that low ceiling there.
The limb just stops all that forward movement and drops him right down. So he's going to be scrambling if he's trying to get that birdie.
I'm guessing Sam was expecting a little more turn out of that, or he let it go early there, and he's up against that fence line there. Chris just over the top, and there's that rollaway you were talking about. That
stay in bounds at least. There is concrete over there.
And that's quite the comeback he's got coming up as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sam here trying to go in between these two posts.
Gets in between them and he hits it.
In.
All right.
Beautiful.
So he's able to save that par.
Yes, he did go out of bounds there past the red line, but you see coming right back middle and just holds on to secure the par. Beautiful putt there for Sam Lee.
Great recovery.
Shake right at it.
He thought he had it too.
I did too.
Just a little low. Now, Chris, for this coming back to save his par.
Going uphill with the stepper. There's some Chris Dickerson there. Let's get that run back going for Chris as well on this one. Saving the par after the rollaway. Beautifully executed there by Chris Dickerson. And William
for his 2. So he'll be taking a par as well, maintaining that 1-stroke lead that he has over Chris.
Just a drop in there for Jake. At 23, not far off from the pace as well. It is a tight battle as we continue progressing down the rest of this final round here at Rotary.
And we have 3 players at 3 under for the round.
Hole number 7 is a par 4, 450 feet. We have another low ceiling shot here. The best opportunity to get a good score here is a backhand roller. That's going to break off to the left here and then sort of climb that hill. So the more you can climb that hill, the better opportunity you have with a good putt. 3 here is still a good score.
forehand, trying to flex something around these trees and make some progress up the hill.
Beautiful shot. He's about a third of the way up the hill there, and we'll have a look at a possible eagle putt.
Jake going with a backhand, trying to get something moving to the right. And he does.
Wow.
And he makes it to the top of the hill. He's going to have a...
Just outside the circle, look there for an eagle.
Yeah, he's standing eye level with the basket.
Chris with that vortex once again, going roller like JBird discussed on the preview. Sneaks by some of the trees, but gets a kick to the right. And we'll have to see how clean of an out he's going to have from there.
Sam going with the backhand here. Pushing straight. Oh, he gets knocked by one of those guardian trees. He was trying to work his way up to the hill or on top it as well.
Got that distortion again. Looking to get one up towards the top and give himself a look for the birdie. Just needs to beat that last tree and does. Beautiful soft touch there with that disc.
Oh, Chris looks like he has quite a bit to contend with trying to get out.
No kidding. Steps one through and
finds a lane and sticks it.
Nice little slide up towards the pin there, so that'll be an easy 3 for him. William doesn't quite have the clean look at it, so he'll have to pitch around that last big tree. And Jake with a look for an eagle here.
Oh,
Gets it.
Nice putt.
One of only 5 eagles on hole 7 on the day.
William taps in his birdie. As will Sam.
I'm going to have one of those supernova frames again.
Yeah.
There you go. Birdies or better for the entire card on hole 7. Want to thank our Patreon crew for helping make coverage like this possible. Check us out at patreon.com/AceRunPro. Become an Ace Runner today starting at just $3 a month. You get access to monthly and quarterly giveaways, early access to content, and exclusive access. Again, patreon.com/AceRunPro. Become an Ace Runner.
Hole 8, a par 3, 375. This can be a quirky little hole. Penetrating this first gap with a turnover, you want it to have some height so you can break as far right as possible and get yourself closer to this hill. From there, you're going to be looking straight up the hill at a guarded basket. If you can get somewhere near circle's edge or just around the edge of the basket, you're going to have a great opportunity to score.
Jake Monn is up first after his eagle. Ooh, taking the forehand, trying to get around that one tree. But gets kicked to the left side over there by the ditch.
William makes the adjustment. Swings it out a little wider. Playing down to the flat there. A lot of people will just play this hole for the 3. It's a very difficult task to try to get something on that low of a ceiling up to the right far enough to give you a look. Chris doing the same, just pitching out to the flat.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have a standard putter up shot from there.
And Sam's going backhand here. Should end up around the same spot as the other forehands.
Yep. A little further back into the flats, but should have a clean line still from there.
Mm-hmm. And Jake has some work cut out for him here. Looks like he's kind of in a patent pending. Oh.
Early tree. So that's the ditch that separates this hole from hole 2. And he's still pinched here, so
yeah.
Just floats one out back into the opening to give himself a look back up the hill. Probably looking at double bogey at best from this point. Unless he throws something in. And William, speaking of throwing something in, Off the
Wow,
tree.
that's lucky to hit that tree and still stay up top.
See how aggressive Chris wants to get here with this approach.
He's giving it a bid for sure.
Oh, he was with that backstop right over the top.
Yeah. Sam looks like he's playing it safe, going behind the trees, having an easy putt down to the basket for his par.
Jake here with a bogey look going up the hill.
Ooh.
Sit.
Okay.
Does settle nicely for him. Double bogey bid here. Still not a gimme.
Come on, he got that.
It can be tricky, especially if your mind frame is, you know, hey, I just hit a couple trees. I've got a bad break on this hole. You can kind of lose focus there and easily miss that putt. Nice par there. Smart play for Sam, not trying to get too aggressive, just taking what the course gives you and working with it.
William tapping in his par.
And hole 8 did not see a birdie during the final round. Actually played 0.4 above par. So those that tried to tried to get the birdie probably ended up taking bogeys.
Hole 9, par 3, 305. Ideal shot here is something down this right side that's going to stay flat until you get by most of these small trees. Once you get past these trees, you want to be hyzering towards the left. That's going to give you an opportunity to have a circle's edge putt, and if you get a good skip, it could be under the basket.
William puts one directly through the perfect gap. He doesn't get any ground play, but he does have a clear look inside the circle at the basket.
It almost becomes match play at this point between Chris and William. They did have live scoring, so they knew what was going on. They can check. And that is even closer there for Chris.
Is he going to make it inside one of the gaps? No, one of the Guardians gets him.
Quite a long ways away here for a putt anyway. See how Jake does coming back after that double he just took.
A little high and unable to penetrate. Gets stopped by one of the Guardians as well, so it's going to put him outside the circle. But he should have a step out look at the basket if he's trying to get the 2.
Sam's got a gap here. Pushing one up and over, just finishing a little to the right there. Shouldn't be too much work though to get the par. Let's see if Jake is running this.
Yep, he has a window as well. I don't see why he wouldn't. Just leaves it out to the right and a little short.
William here to Chris is no more than 15 feet. He needs this to keep the pressure on. And makes it. Well done by William getting the birdie on this hole.
Going 5 down through the front and keeping that clean.
Sam making the par putt himself there. Maintaining a 21 under. Chris here to get to 26 with a lot of action going on behind him. Or in front of him, I should say.
Doesn't get in his way, doesn't disturb the veteran pro there. Keeping his front clean as well. With another 5 down, so 1 stroke off of William. And Jake Monn tapping in his par. He was there with Chris at 25 down until he took that double. So now we have this for the scorecard.
Big thank you to everybody for checking out the coverage here from Rotary Disc Golf Course Front 9 action. We've got the final 9 holes coming your way next on Ace Run Productions. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Get a big thank you to Discraft and Flight Factory for helping to make this coverage possible. And a big thank you to Doggone Good Disc Golf. You can check out the links for all those companies in the description below. Support those that help support this beautiful game that we love. We will see you back here for the final 9 holes of the Tennessee State Disc Golf Championships.